Um, when you guys were down 5-1, Coach, you called the timeout. And on TV, we could see Coach Kent did most of the talking. You just kind of stood there. The game changed after that. What was the talk in that timeout?
Just defensively getting a little more organized. We weren't on the right matchups and we were playing a little bit frantic. So I think we just calmed down. Jen got the matchups going. She told them what they needed to do, 2 away from the ball. And I think as soon as the defense got organized, they were able to be aggressive. You can't be aggressive and disorganized and have anything work, right? So she just got them organized. Jen always knows what to say. She got them organized. She got the matchups right, calmed down, and then we just played our game.
And then, oh, sorry, Trevor, you go ahead.
You can go. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say offensively, initially had some troubles, but then started really doing well in transition, and that kind of opened up their zone. I guess what adjustments did you guys make in game with that?
I think for us, it's just getting into a rhythm. I mean, we all came out pretty hot and a little too excited. So I think being able to find our tempo and find the way we wanted to play. Obviously, coming out in the first quarter was a little bit not like the start that we had wanted, but being able to get in a groove and connect really helped us out.
And then I think those initial risky plays, I remember Acacia said it. We had 2 transition goals that were great. But then she brought us in and said, those goals are great. You get the momentum, and now we're looking for layups.
Layups, baby.
Hey guys, congrats.
Thank you.
Can you just speak to the consistency of the program overall? Just obviously a lot goes into it, but what allows you guys to be consistent year in and year out in your eyes?
Honestly, we've been so hard on our seniors all year, trying to get them to understand the power that they have as a group and the experiences that they have winning at the highest level, losing at the highest level, and being able to harness all of that towards the end of the season is why we're in this position. We leaned on them. We were hard. I mean, it was a hard couple of weeks, but we came out and look at what they did. I mean, the seniors led the way today, and that's what I think that's what I'm most proud of. The seniors led the way.
Coach, within that, kind of building off of what Trevor asked there, I know that if you go back a few years, I mean, you guys had hundreds upon hundreds of points, and now when we talk about consistency on offense and the defense and getting the defense set. How have you been able to adapt and to your programs changing and just the way the game's changed to build that type of program that can go both ways?
I think I have brilliant assistant coaches, Sammy, Jen, Callahan. I think one thing is that we've tried really hard to stay current. You can't stay the same and expect to be good. And everything is current, just in the X's and O's and in the strategy. We're trying to change things all the time. And I think the reason for that, my assistant coaches, I have the smartest assistant coaches in the game, and they're constantly bringing current material to the team, whether it's strategy or schemes or and then along with that, I think one of the gifts of the team is that they play for each other. They're not playing individually or for individual goals. They're playing for each other, and combine that with my assistant coaches. And I think that's why we've been able to have consistency.
Mckenna, this one's for you. You set the all-time assist record with the program today.
Go, Mckenna.
Didn't
know that.
How much pride you taken in taking that role and being a feeder for the team?
I love it. I love setting up my teammates to score. I get more excited when they score than when I do, honestly. And I love being able to connect with each and every single one of my teammates. I think it just brings the relationship so much closer together. And I love being able to feed my teammates and set them up for success. I love it.
Especially really good at it.
Yeah, can't say.
And then
how many did she have?
I think the record's 232.
130.
Might be mistaken.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Wow.
Would have been absurd.
Wow, that's amazing.
But wait, can I say one thing? That doesn't come without my teammates being able to finish and score. That is credit to all my teammates because they're the ones who put the point on the board. So that clear.
And then Kayla, this one's just for you. 6 goals on 6 shots today.
Not that either.
What was kind of just clicking every time when you went through those motions? And then how did your confidence build as the game went on?
I think that Sam and Acacia have been putting a lot of emphasis on my shooting. So going into the past 2 weeks, I've just been focusing on looking at the goalie, taking my time and finishing. And my last game in Syracuse, I had some where I did hit Delaney and I didn't want to do that again. So in this game, I found myself just taking an extra second and putting it around her. And then as you go, you know that her confidence is going down and that kind of just builds your confidence. So yeah.
All right. Thank you guys.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
All right. We got Sydney, Scale,
Oh.
Shea coming up.
Mckenna, film that. You guys, I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Chase. I'm Lana. Appreciate it.
You guys, I'm proud of you.
I gave her an extra 100. It was 132, but whatever.
You know what? I can't wait till they find out that you gave them the wrong number.
They're coming up. I'll have to edit this video more than usual.
We don't want to make your job too easy.
Oh, you're
Let's go. Awesome.
You ready? Thank you. You want to be it? Let's go. Wes, I have some questions for you.
Come here. You need water.
we can go ahead and get started.
Hey guys, congratulations.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Shea, I have to start with you. You guys are a woman down with about 2 minutes to go before the half. You make those two back-to-back saves. The game had already started to change, but right there, it sort of changed for good. Just take me through that sequence.
Yeah, I mean, I was focused on each possession at a time, and I saw the first save. I got the first save, and then I just reacted to the second. And thank God for my good friend Sydney, who dove for the ground ball and got the momentum. But I mean, I was so locked in, and I was trying to do everything for my teammates.
Sydney, first of all, congratulations. And then this one's for you. The first goal of the third quarter, which put you guys into the lead for the first time. You jumped the route and then moved it all the way down before Kayla, I think, scored that one. But how important coming out of halftime was getting the first goal for your team?
Yeah, I think it was really important, and it started on the defensive end with each person being so locked in, being able to get that stop, and then transitioning the ball down. We talked about it at halftime, coming out with momentum, not letting them have a breath, and I think we executed that well.
See the back end of that diving ground ball. I know we all kind of mentioned it, but walk through kind of what you saw and, the instinct that went into that and just kind of your perspective when you had to go and make that play.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as they stated earlier, the game was kind of starting to shift, and I think Shea just made two incredible saves, and we've been talking about all year having our goalies back. So, if she was going to make two amazing saves, I was going to give everything I had to get that ball back.
And then this team, I think it was 8-1 outscored Syracuse in the second half. I remember at the end of the last game against Notre Dame, you'd mentioned playing 1v1 and then having to play combination type things against this team with Syracuse, what you saw last time out of them. Specifically the second half, what was it that just kind of clicked that entire half, and what did you see specifically at Syracuse to shut them down?
Yeah, definitely. I think they were dodging a lot from the soft spot, the lower elbow, and we kind of were frazzled by that in the first half, but we picked up on it. And then we got back to 1v1 defense in the first half. We were getting beat on 1v1s, which isn't, that's not our game. So focusing on just getting back to those basics, which were 1v1s and communication. And once we did that, everything else fell into place.
Shea, did they put shooters in position for you to see the ball better, or is that something where you have to line up too with the way that all works?
I mean, all the saves I make are because of how amazing and incredible our defense is. They give me the shots that I want to see, and I mean, they make my job easier. And I think all the credit really goes to them. They really make shooters make those difficult saves. I mean, shots from the low angle, and it's exactly what I want, and that's why our defense is so incredible.
Okay, and then last one for me, and then I can turn over. How did it feel to put the hats on? The hats, is it as good as it looked?
Yeah, It was a pretty nice feeling.
Just to kind of piggyback off of that, you guys go back to back now, but you're the first team in BC history to have multiple ACC titles. What does that mean when you hear it?
I mean, it means everything. We say this a lot, but we play for the people who came before us, and we've been working so hard for this. We worked for it hard last year, and we knew that we had to work even harder for it this year. And I think it really just stems from the program and everyone who came before us and the family atmosphere that we have at BC.
Definitely.
And then last one for me, how does this win and specifically this type of win set you guys up going into the national championship tournament?
I think, the big thing we've been focusing on is just getting better every game. And I think getting the win today, we did get better, which puts us in a great spot for the tournament. But again, once we get back to practice next week, like we're kind of closing this chapter and we're on to the next, taking it each game at a time and not taking anything for granted.
Just
And if-
one more. Go ahead, Dan.
No, go ahead, Kev. You take. I can come after.
No, just to piggyback off of that again, you guys are probably going to host it again. What does that mean to you?
It's everything. I mean, Sydney can speak as a senior. I think we've such an incredible group, incredible fan base here at BC. So it's going to be everything for us.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, being able to have those last few games on your home field, I mean, it means everything. The atmosphere, again, that's one of the strengths of our program, having such a family atmosphere, having such a crowd, such a, holistic, happy atmosphere. So being able to play with that one last time is something we don't take lightly.
I've heard the term family used a lot from this team in particular, and obviously lacrosse is a fast growing sport. It's women's lacrosse in particular is really starting to explode. You guys came to BC; they'd already been at the national height and building off of what was built before. But the community, the lacrosse community in Massachusetts, and the women's lacrosse community, girls lacrosse community, what's it like to be at the forefront of that with championships and be able to bring everyone within that community as well, the larger aspect of it?
Yeah, I mean, personally, it's a dream come true. I've always wanted to play on a stage like this, and with the BC culture that our team has, I mean, every day we're playing for the people who came before us. We're playing for our family, for our fans, our friends, and I think it's just the most amazing feeling. And personally, for me, a dream come true.
Yeah, and I think it just puts things into perspective too. Obviously, we came here to play lacrosse and to win national championships, but the support we're getting it shows how much bigger the sport is and how big of an impact it's really having on the community around us.